Jimmy Butler is one of those rare competitors who thrives when the stakes are highest. He's not just a great player, he's a relentless force who refuses to let his team fall. Time and again, he's delivered performances that defy logic, carrying his team when everything seemed lost. When others fade under pressure, he rises. How does he do it? What makes him different? Is it his mindset, his work ethic, or just something unexplainable? Today, we're looking at 10 moments where Butler turned games into his personal battleground and left the world in awe. First, Miami Heat versus Milwaukee Bucks. In Game 4 of the 2023 first-round series against the Milwaukee Bucks, Butler delivered one of the greatest performances in NBA playoff history. Going up against the league's #1 seed, he erupted for 56 points, the highest in his playoff career and the most ever in Miami Heat history. It wasn't just the numbers, it was how he did it. He attacked the basket fearlessly, hit impossible mid-range shots, and shrugged off defenders like they weren't even there. With 5 minutes left in the game, Butler personally outscored Milwaukee, going on a 13-0 run to secure the win. The Heat pulled off a stunning 119-114 victory, and in that moment, Butler made it clear that he was built differently. Second, Miami Heat versus Milwaukee Bucks. Just 2 nights after his 56-point explosion, Butler followed it up with another ridiculous performance in Game 5. With the Bucks desperate to avoid elimination, they threw everything at him, but nothing worked. Butler dropped 42 points, grabbed 8 rebounds, and dished out 4 assists. In the closing seconds of regulation with Miami down 2, Butler made an insane play. He cut to the rim, caught an impossible pass from Gabe Vincent, and somehow banked in the tying shot while falling backward. That moment sent the game into overtime, where Miami took control and eliminated the top-seeded Bucks with a 128-126 win. It was the ultimate underdog story, and Butler had just written his own legendary chapter. 3. Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics. Game 6 of the 2022 Eastern Conference Finals was do or die for Miami. Down 3-2 in the series, they had to win on the road in Boston to keep their season alive. Butler made sure they did. He delivered an unreal 47-point performance, stuffing the stat sheet with 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals. He controlled every aspect of the game, playing with a level of intensity that made it clear he wasn't going home without a fight. Whether it was hitting clutch shots, forcing turnovers, or setting up teammates, Butler was everywhere. Miami won, forcing a Game 7, and once again, he had proven that he thrives when the stakes are highest. 4. Miami Heat versus Los Angeles Lakers. The 2020 NBA Finals were looking like a one-sided affair. The Lakers were up 2-0, and Miami was missing key players. Then Butler stepped up and delivered one of the most iconic performances in Finals history. In Game 3, he recorded a 40-point triple-double, 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists, becoming only the 3rd player ever to do so in the finals. What made it even more special? He outplayed LeBron James in every way. He was aggressive, efficient, and in complete control. The Heat won 115-104, and Butler had single-handedly given his team hope. 5. Miami Heat versus Los Angeles Lakers. When the Heat reached Game 5 of the 2020 NBA Finals, they were once again facing elimination. But Butler wasn't going down without a fight. He recorded yet another triple-double, dropping 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists while playing nearly the entire game. Every time the Lakers threatened to pull away, Butler answered. The most unforgettable image of the night? Butler, exhausted beyond belief, draped over the scorer's table after securing the win. His effort forced a Game 6, and though Miami eventually lost the series, Butler's heart and determination left an indelible mark. 6. Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics. Game 1 of the 2022 Eastern Conference Finals saw Butler set the tone for the series immediately. He exploded for 41 points, making an impact on both ends of the floor. His defense was just as dominant. He racked up 5 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks to go along with his scoring explosion. Every time Boston made a run, Butler responded. He controlled the pace, found ways to get to the free throw line, and punished every defensive mistake the Celtics made. Miami secured a 118-107 victory, proving once again that Butler is a different beast in the playoffs. 7. Miami Heat versus Atlanta Hawks. The 2022 playoffs began with Butler making it clear he was on a mission. In Game 2 against the Hawks, he dropped 45 points, leading Miami to a dominant win. He was unstoppable, attacking the rim with ease and hitting mid-range shots like he was in a rhythm only he could find. But it wasn't just about scoring. Butler dictated the entire game, shutting down Atlanta's offense while making every possession count. His energy, his leadership, and his ability to take over on both ends of the floor showed why he's one of the most complete players in the game. 8. Miami Heat versus Philadelphia 76ers. In February 2020, Butler faced his former team, the Philadelphia 76ers, and he made sure they felt his presence. He exploded for 38 points in a 137-106 blowout win, leading Miami to victory in a game that felt personal. Every possession had extra intensity, every shot, every steal, every assist seemed to carry a message. The Sixers had moved on from him, and Butler wanted to make sure they regretted it. He picked apart their defense, took advantage of every mistake, and by the end of the game, there was no doubt Miami had the right guy, and Philly had let a superstar slip away. 9. Miami Heat versus Atlanta Hawks. During the 2019 regular season, Butler put on a masterclass in all-around play. He recorded a 20-point triple-double with 18 rebounds and 11 assists in a 135-121 overtime win. But it wasn't just the stats, it was how he controlled the game from start to finish. He dictated the tempo, made every possession count, and set his teammates up perfectly. Whether he was crashing the boards, threading the perfect pass, or drawing contact to get to the line, he did it all. It was the kind of performance that reminded everyone just how versatile he is, someone who can impact the game in every possible way. 10th, Miami Heat versus Chicago Bulls. The 2023 play-in tournament was a winner-go-home moment for Miami. The stakes couldn't have been higher. One game to keep their season alive, and standing in their way, Butler's former team, the Chicago Bulls. When everything was on the line, he delivered. He dropped 31 points, leading Miami to a 102-91 victory and securing the 8th seed in the playoffs. Every time Chicago tried to make a push, Butler responded, keeping the Heat in control. When it mattered most, he showed why he's the ultimate leader, the kind of player you trust when everything is on the line. Jimmy Butler isn't just a player, he's a fighter, a leader, and one of the most relentless competitors the game has ever seen. Whether it's taking down a #1 seed, out-dueling LeBron in the finals, or carrying an underdog team deep into the playoffs, Butler delivers when it matters most. His story isn't about flash, it's about heart, grit, and an unbreakable will to win. He's the kind of player who makes you believe that no deficit is too big, no challenge too great. If you loved reliving these insane moments, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more legendary sports stories. Let us know in the comments, what's your favorite Jimmy Butler moment?